Hello everyone, and welcome back to Guild Wars 2, Path of Fire. So this is section 11 and 12, because there really was not a separation between the two sections in the game. This is the Beast of War and To Kill a God. Both very intense headlines. So the Beast of War, we're literally showing up to the town to beat up Balthazar's army. Which is one of those things where I knew it was coming, and I knew a battle and a war was coming, but like, it didn't process how close I was to that war. Right to that battle. So now we're here. The generals are here, like the base marshal, troop marshal. They're all here. They don't want to spread out, whatever. So there's multiple gates. So we give everybody their instructions. We give everybody different gates to defend. Like, everybody wants their own glory, whatever. Fine. Like, just beat up the people. So we are, so Fritlock gave us Sohathan his sword, because he was like, I know this is my mistake, but Balthazar is going to expect me to have it, but if you have it, it's strong enough, like, you need my sword. And I was like, okay. And like, I haven't really used swords or anything. Like, I really didn't understand Sohathan. Like, when they were like, oh, its flame went out and the flame needed to be reignited. Like, I didn't fully understand what that meant. I didn't understand this sword and what this sword was. And then I had it, and I actually read the abilities. I was like, why are these cooldowns so long? And I looked at them like, oh. Because if they had shorter cooldowns, you would just destroy everything instantly. Got it. Okay. So we go through, and at some point, I don't know, at some point we're the Archon, and then at some point I think we do lose the Archon disguise, like when we actually get into the battle. But there are Forged versus the Mordant Crescent and the Jokin army. And we have Sohathan, and we're chasing the Beast of War. What the Forged have created to help destroy everything. It was that giant beast thing that we first saw. And as we're following it, we have to use the different mounts that we've unlocked. We have to beat up the different guards of it, essentially, like the different people that are there to like keep it repaired or keep it going, essentially. But they did so they made sure you knew which mount you needed to use for which section by like putting it right there. They're like, okay, this mount, use this mount now. So I did end up misstepping and dying at one point, just purely mount related accident, because I'm terrible at it, but they do eventually get there. Oh yeah, so what are they called? The branded, I think they're called, are around as well, because Kralkatorrik is around. Yay! That's fun for us. And it took me a while to realize that he was around. Because I think we had heard him and like my character mentioned something about it, and then I was like, whatever. And then as we get to like the climax of the battle, it's like, oh, like he here. Okay. Like he is here right now, right there. Okay, got it. It's not just his minions. It's not just like his art. Like, it is legit. Like, he's here. Okay. Because at this point, I'm just trying to follow and get to the creation. Like, I'm just trying to get to the machine, like, and find Balthazar and like whatever. And obviously, like, I knew Balthazar was after the dragons, and I know Balthazar is after like Ari and harnessing her power and like Kralkatorik's power, and like he just wants all of it, and that I get that, but like I didn't understand like he was here and that he was awake and like fighting Balthazar as well. Like, okay, great. So we finally make it to the top, and we finally make it to Balthazar with the war machine, and Arena's trapped in it, and we're just like, okay. So we start fighting it, and like, I love Sahathan. Like, I'm honestly glad this was the goofiest mechanic they threw at us for this fight. Like, they could have thrown some goofy shit at us, and they didn't. They said, here, have a powerful sword. I was thankful for it. I was like, nah, I'll take a fire sword. That fire sword is way more useful than any of my dagger abilities are gonna do to this fucking thing. So we got the war beast down pretty quickly. Like, I was actually like pretty proud of myself for how quickly he started to die. At one point he does, like, instead of just fighting in front of him and like around him, he does start like squashing underneath. Like, he's finally like, no, you're not allowed to hit me from underneath. So it does turn into no, you're not gonna hit me underneath. Squash you like a bug. Because I was like, no, but I can just hit you underneath. Like, I can just at your legs with my fire. I wish you could have Sahathan all the time. I'm sad that you only got to use it for this mission, and then we gave it back to Ridlock. I want it all the time. Yeah, he smushed me like a bug. He straight up smushed me like a bug. So yeah, do you notice how the sky turned purple? Yeah. I was like, So this is where like the only separation was, but like that felt so unfair to split it there. Like, that felt so unfair to like split it at that cutscene. I was like, no, I can't split that there. Like, I have to keep these two together. It's a bitch move. So then it's just fighting him, and like Sahathan, it's not a fire extinguisher by any means, but it can do a good chunk of damage if you line it up correctly. So I did kind of have to like figure it out. But then Irene was free, and then we could fight with Irene, and we haven't had to do anything with Irene since like early on in Living World season 3. Like, that was the last time we really got to play with Irene at all and fight with her when we were training her. And so she's around, and she drops these little shield balls for us, and we can have a shield, and then we can use our together attack, which is cool. I like that they incorporated that again. But yeah, she does a shield bubble where you can stand underneath her and she'll protect you. She wants to share her power with you. And you two can use like a coordinated attack. So it did take me a little while to get all of what Irene was doing figured out. Because it wasn't quite the same as when we were training. But it was nice having help, even if it was just a little bit, even if this is my little baby dragon. She's a very powerful little baby dragon. And she's a very helpful little baby dragon. And even if we see her get bigger, she will still be a little baby dragon. But yeah, Balthazar is a pain in the butt, obviously, because why wouldn't he be? He's a fallen god. So yeah, you can just hang out in that little shield for a little while. Heal up. Get a buff or something, I think, too. And then Balthazar just had all the help in the world. Like, he would summon this, and he would have those, and then this, and then bleh. And then he would have a shield. And then when he had his shield, that's when we and Irene had to go and like beat him up, essentially. But you can kind of tell when I actually hit Balthazar with one of Sahathan's abilities, like one of the bigger abilities, because like his health just suddenly gets chunked. And I didn't dare switch off of Sahathan because like I didn't know if I switched off of it if I could get back to it. So I was like, just using the sword. But it was nice to stand under Irene's little bubble and like hit him from underneath the bubble with whatever ability was available at the time. So I had been trying to like time it and get it up so that way like when I was under the bubble I could do like that flaming like fire thing, and then eventually like we did it. We destroyed him. And Irene absorbed the power and disappeared. And then there was a Kralkatorrik that disappeared. And we're all kind of like, yay, but uh-oh. But there's one more video. So see you guys in the next one, and have a great day.